Hello again, Chief Master Babin here with story number 2 about my experiences at the Great World Championship Tournament. You might recall that story number 1 was about my very first visit to this great event. And in story number 2, we're going to move ahead to 1984 because it is the time when I won my first World Championship trophy. And that's really special. I'll bet that's going to happen for many of you this year as well. And my trophy for that event was a sparring trophy. 3rd place for 3rd degree black belts. Now, before we actually get into what happened and how I won the trophy, let's talk a little bit about what's happening today in tournament sparring competition. It may sound kind of strange, but on this event, 1985, there was no safety gear, no protective gear, no chest protector, no helmet, no face guard, no pads on hands and feet. The only thing we wore was a mouthpiece and a groin cup, maybe some shin pads. It was a long time ago, and things were indeed different. So much has changed to help add more and more layers of safety and control to these events. For example, I mentioned that the first time I went to World Championships, there was 80 guys in my division. Now we have divisions that are limited to 16 people. It really changes things a lot. The divisions are also divided by age and by gender and by rank. And the idea here is to do the best that can be done to kind of level the playing field so that there's not a great disparity in size or rank in any one kind of division. Then another element, and perhaps the biggest element, is the training of judges. Over the years, the ATA has developed a whole approach to certifying and testing the knowledge of those who serve as judges in our tournaments. And the structure of regional officials, people that are designated to oversee tournament operations, has really become deep and quite well structured. So now on to the story about what actually happened to me at that event. So I was sparring in a black belt division. It was a 3rd degree division, and I was sparring a guy who was about my size, 5'4", 140, 150 pounds. So we're punching and kicking back and forth. No gear, remember that. And it was kind of a close match. I really do remember that. And I remember punching him in the chest and having the judge stop and give me a point. And I really didn't think that I had scored a point. I thought he blocked it. But what the heck? You take what they give you. And so the judge said, point. I got a point. And then just a few seconds later, the clock ran out and I won the match. Now at that point, I knew that I was in 3rd place and I could go on and try for 2nd. So I went on to the next match, and that first partner was Daniel Longoria. And when I asked him if I had really scored the point after the match, he said, don't worry about that, because I didn't think I really had done it. But I went ahead and asked him anyway, hey man, I didn't hit you, I really wish they, called it a block or something. And he just said, no, don't worry about it. And that was Daniel Longoria. Again, that was the beginning of a relationship that lasted more than 35 years. And we competed together, we trained together, we went to leadership seminars and instructor camps over 35 years. This is really a special kind of prize that you can take home because you're participating in these events. So I went on to spar in the next match, and I think his name was David Okresic, and this was a rough one. Somehow, his foot, the heel of his foot, landed on the back of my head. Raised a welt on my head. Can you imagine what a bare heel running into the back of your head might feel like? Remember, this was the days before sparring gear. So as we say in the sparring realm, he rang my bell. So shook it off, went on, continued sparring. Next thing you know, he punches me right in the shoulder. Right in the shoulder, right on the point of the shoulder, right there. And that one kind of hurt too. And it kind of made my arm go numb. And I'm like, wow. But, go ahead, continue sparring. It's like 3-0 at this point. And I really don't know what happened next. But he probably hit me again because my arm was kind of hanging there. And he won the match. Now, but like I said, I did nevertheless qualify for 3rd place. And because I had defeated Daniel Longoria. And this is the trophy. The first trophy I ever got for competing at World Championships. And imagine that. It's been a storage locker for years and years and years, and I still have it. And I've still got a great memory of that particular event. Now, there's another trophy I came home with because my arm was hurting, and I went to the first aid, and they decided, well, they should put it in a sling. So here I am now, the proud owner of a sling, and I'm walking around the tournament with my arm tied up to my body to keep it still, carrying this big trophy. Well, in those days, that was indeed a really proud moment. As I said at the beginning, so much has changed. It's really unlikely that you'll ever get hit in the way that I got hit. And I was a 30-year-old 3rd-degree black belt man at that time. So to bring it all to a close, I'm stressing that you go to the World Championships. You will have a chance to meet other people, your rank, your age, who are doing many of the same things that you're doing, striving for the same goal. When I was in this tournament and won that trophy, I'm not so sure I was thinking about being a master, much less a chief master. But you just keep going, and you have these small steps, and all of a sudden, the summit of this great mountain, which we'll call mastership, is visible. I can see it. And so you keep climbing and you keep going. World Championships, Phoenix, Arizona this year. I'll be there, and I'll look forward to seeing you. And I want to see the trophies that are in your heart and the trophies that you carry home and show to your classmates and friends. Chief Master Babin here. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.